Good evening to all of you. Welcome to the second day session of our online certification course. Today, 11 March 2025, the topic of today is business analytics in big data. In this topic, we are going to cover descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. So these are the topics we are going to cover in today's session. So what do you mean by business analytics in big data? That is the first point. Here it refers to the process of analyzing large volume of complex data sets. Yesterday we talked about the 3 V's. What are the 3 V's? Volume, velocity and value. Like the same here, all these large volume of complex diverse data sets we are going to refer for the purpose of processing and analyzing. The purpose is to uncover the patterns, correlations, trends, insights that can help business make better and data driven decision. That means that we are going to analyze and we are going to apply certain techniques to find out the different types of uncovered patterns and correlations, trends, insights which can help us to make every business for the better understanding and the data driven decisions. It also encompasses vast amounts of structured and unstructured and semi-structured data. Yesterday when we talked about the different types of data, structured, unstructured, semi-structured data came from the various types of resources including social media, transactional system and customer interaction and various IoT devices. So that means that it encompasses, it covers huge amount of data which include the structured, unstructured and semi-structured for the purpose of social, like that social media and the various types of system. So it will cover. So that is a point that the purpose of business analytics in big data is to analyze, to find out the various types of patterns and analyze the various types of business understanding and make them good decisions for the purpose of future profit. How business analytics is applied to big data. So when we talk about this, how the business analytics is applied to the big data. How it? There are different points are here. One by one we will see. The data collection and storage. That is the first point. So data sources and data storage. Data sources means what? The big data can come from the various sources such as online transaction, customer interaction, social media, sensor and many more. For example, here data source, online transactions. Yesterday when we discussed about the transactions in banking sector, we can understand that is one type of source we can go to analyze for the banking purpose. Customer interactions, social media, various types of information that has to be fed in the social media and sensors and many more. That means all these are coming under the data sources. And second point is data storage, where we are going to store, due to the sheer volume, huge volume of data and velocity and variety, that is the 3 V's. Already we know that we have to use distributed systems. What do you mean by distributed system? The system has to be divided for the various types of functionality under the different location. That means all the distributed systems are connected together with the server and the client server mechanism, like that. Another one is cloud environment, cloud storage and databases, various types of huge amount of capacity servers that can store the huge amount of databases like Hadoop, NoSQL, cloud based data lakes. Yesterday we talked about all these different types of databases. to store and manage the data. That is the first point. That means the data collection and storage. What is the second point? What is the second point? Data cleansing and data pre-processing. What is the data cleaning? Because for the purpose of the data supposed to be a quality and that has to be transformed in a different types of level so that the purpose has to be solved. Okay, the data quality, since the big data often contains errors. Yes, sometimes, not only sometimes, many things happens, including the error also. It happens in the big data that creates lot of inconsistency and missing the values. So that the data quality, how can you attain the data quality? It is the essential to clean and pre-process the data. How to clean and pre-process data? We will see one by one. There are different types of technique are there. Algorithms are used to clean and unwanted data or error data. We have to clean it and pre-process the data. This includes removing the duplicate data. Same data can be repeated multiple times in the databases that we have to go to remove. And correcting the error. If error occurs, suppose missing values or wrong values, that also we have to correct. Filling the missing value. Yes, if the values are getting missed, we have to find out those places and fill up those values, and converting data into usable formats. Whatever the formats is required for the system, that has to be converted because we want to maintain the data quality. And second one is data transformation. Second point, data cleaning and data pre-processing. Here we are going to have the data transformation, because yesterday when we talked about the first session, what do you mean by data? Data is it is a fact, but it is not information. So we have to make the data, raw data needs to be transformed into a structured format. Please underline this line. Raw data needs to be transformed into a structured format. That means that can be analyzed effectively. So these are the 2 points are here: data quality and data transformation, which is coming under the data cleaning and data pre-processing. And the third point is very important. This third point only we are going to elaborate the complete session today. Here, advanced analytical techniques. What are the different types of techniques are here? This technique is leverages all the methods to drive valuable. Business analytics leverage the various analytical methods to derive valuable insight from the big data. Whatever the data available from the big data, from the various resources, we are going to leverage and we have to analyze with the help of so many methods. So what are the analytical methods? Descriptive, predictive, prescriptive, diagnostic. Descriptive, predictive, prescriptive, diagnostic. What is the first one is descriptive? This involves summarizing the historical data to understand what happened in the past. Dashboards and reports are used to track the performance, trends and patterns. That means that this descriptive analytics, which covers all the historical data for the purpose of analytical, to find out what actually happens, what actually happened with the help of the reports and the trends and the patterns. And second one is predictive analytics. What do you mean by predictive analytics? Here, by using machine learning algorithm or various types of the different types of model, we are going to predict the future trends, outcomes. This include, suppose for example, sales forecasting, share market forecasting, customer prediction, demand forecasting for any product. All these predictive things will be happening with the help of only the predictive analytics. With the help of, what do you mean by predictive analytics? It uses different types of machine learning algorithms and various statistical model methods to find out the prediction of the values for the future purpose to take the better understanding. And the third one is prescriptive analytics. This approach suggested best course of action based on the data analysis. Whatever the data is supposed to be analyzed already, we are going to take some right action, corrective and preventive actions. This approach which help us to take the proper action. It might be included for recommending specific marketing strategy or optimizing supply chain operation. That means that, so improve, for example, any business, we want to improve the business for the future. That time this prescriptive analytics which help us to code which type of action we supposed to take. This will help us in the prescriptive analytics. The last one is diagnostic analytics. This also understanding the root causes of the specific error. Very important. Suppose, so for example, real time example, when we talk about the medical industry, doctors. So what they are saying, the diagnosing of the particular problem of the patient is very important. Same way that the diagnostic analytics which help us to find out the problem, what actually the problem, what about the original problem or the events that occurred or that creates a problem to the particular business. To often use the different types of data mining. What do you mean by here? We are using the word data mining to identify the correlation and causal relations. What do you mean by data mining? Data mining is extracting the data from the deep level of data bases. For example, one example we can say diagnostic analysis. Suppose paddy pockets are there, more than 100 pockets. I want to, it's a big, each paddy is having crores and crores of seeds. I want to find out the particular data. I want to find the particular data from the huge amount of big data. Like that, one example, I want to find out the packet where it comes from. That means where it has been produced. So this one, if you want to find out what about the quality, what about the quality differences from one product to another product of the same rice product. So this diagnostic analytics which help us to understand the root causes of the problem and the trends, and it also uses the data mining techniques which can understand proper correlations and causal relationship among the data. This is called, these are all the 4 different types of business analytical techniques. And the 4th one is data visualization. What do you mean by visualization? Here, visualization is a crucial aspect of business analytics. Data visualization tools such as Tableau, Power BI and DG which help to present the data analysis in a visually appealing and easily understandable format, allowing business leaders to quickly grasp the key insight and make informed decisions. Listen carefully. This is very important because the business people, whatever they, any industry, any research organization, whatever you put up in the visual or we can say in the video formats or pictorial representation, so that people can understand and grasp the things very comfortably. This data visualization also helps to under various types of tools which present the result of the data analysis. Whatever we are going to present after getting the result, after getting the pre-processing, after getting the data mining techniques, whatever the results we are getting with the help of various other tools also, the format we are going to visualize. That means we are going to understand the required format, allowing the business leader so that people can take comfortable decisions to proper decisions for their own business. That is called data visualization. And the 5th point is real-time analytics. Real-time analytics is nothing but, yesterday I talked about the big data streaming data. That means moving data. Data is streaming data, moving data, that is coming under the real-time analytics. Big data analytics often involves real-time processing. For example, Apache. Yesterday we talked about Apache. Apache, anybody say? We can say that Apache Kafka, Apache Spark, which are all allow various types of Hadoop, all these and all which help us to have the real-time processing to analyze the data and has been generated, which is crucial for time sensitive because the data is moving, the data is operating on the real-time basis. It is fraction of seconds it is moving, so that capture, analyze and immediately giving the result so that you can get, for example, ATM systems. And nowadays lot of ATM frauds or net banking frauds that are going on. So cyber crimes are there. So the people are using these types of technology to find out like a fraud detection, social media monitoring, supply chain management. Everything can be done with the help of the real-time analysis data so that people can understand with the help of the tools. You can analyze the data and it can be generated and it make a meaningful one. The 6th one is machine learning and integration. What do you mean by machine learning? Machine learning is nothing but this is the one type of technique which can be used for the business purposes for, and even another one is artificial intelligence also. So we are going to make the system to think like a human. That is already you know that artificial intelligence. These are all making to make a proper decision making process which uncover the deeper insight from the big data, because the big data, as we know, that it has a huge volume of data and variety of data is also different. The values are after is very huge. So analyzing and take the predictive learning is little bit challenging one. For that, whatever the recommendations, for example, e-commerce platforms use the machine learning algorithm to recommend the product based on the customer browsing and purchase. That means that the machine learning and artificial intelligence which help us to take a proper not only recommendations, it also take them anomaly detections, and machine learning model can automatically identify the anomalies whatever the data sets available, so that you can predict and you can find out the fraudulent detections, network security and operational monitoring. That is called machine learning and AI integration along with the big data. And the seventh point is cloud computing and big data. What do you mean by cloud? Cloud is an environment. You can have lot of scope for the cloud environment. Nowadays whole world is coming under the cloud only. Okay. So the cloud has played a crucial role in big data analytics. It has played a very big role. For example, Google search engine. Simply we are with the wave of mobile phones or anything like that, we can browse the data, but the server is somewhere it is available. It is unwired data that can be with the help of, for example, here we can say that cloud platforms such as AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, which provide the infrastructure for storing, processing, analyzing large data set without requiring the significant investment. You no need to invest huge amount of money for the technological point of view or environmental point of view. With the help of the cloud computing, the big data analytics, that can be done without any further complications. And last one, applications, where we are going to apply these business data in applications, customer insights. So everywhere business, customer plays a very important role. Without customer, there is no business. So analyzing big data can help the business understand the customer behavior, preferences, sentiment, enable them to create the personalized experiences and targeted marketing campaign. That means that what happened, the customer, every business, customer plays a very important. Without customer, no business will get success. So these type of big data analytics, huge amount of customers from the various countries, that all these are collected together in the big data level, then we can understand the customer behavior and their preferences and the sentiment analysis. All those things can be done. That is a one type of application. With the help of this application, business analytics in big data play a very important role. Second one is supply chain optimization. What is supply chain optimization? Big data can improve inventory management, demand forecasting, logistics, reducing cost, improving efficiency. That means supply chain management is nothing but the product supposed to be produced from one place to another place. It has to be transported from one place to another place. It has travel. That means it's like a chain of events are happening. But we are going to optimize this particular supply chain. For that, the big data which help us to go for further improvement in inventory management and forecasting and logics, which reduce the cost and improving the efficiency. And financial analytics, that is very financial institutions, banking sector, financial stock market, all those people are using big data analytics for the purpose of risk management, fraudulent detection, algorithmic trading, regulatory compliance. All financial analytics markets are nowadays using for the big data analytics, so that to improve the performance in all the levels of the business. And another one is healthcare analytics. As we already know that big data is used in healthcare for the purpose of predictive diagnostics. I already told you, if you go to any doctor, the first to understand the problem of the patient is very important. Then only the treatment will start. So that this healthcare analytics in the big data used for the, for example, computer navigation surgeries are there. So computer navigation surgery, which help us to find out the patients what is the actual problem through the systems. Now we can go for this healthcare analytics using the big data, which is the predictive diagnostics and the patient outcome analysis and the personalized treatment plans. All these are can be get a very good success in present environment, that is called healthcare analytics. Another one is marketing and sales. Yes, with maybe products are more, but if you don't do the proper marketing and sales, then the business get failure. For that, we have to analyze the customer interactions. The business has to optimize pricing strategy, segment customers, tailoring marketing efforts to specific the audiences. That means that suppose for example any company which produce the different types of the product, but it has to get the success after marketing and by the way of increasing the sales, you have to put the demand in the company because of the competition in the market. All these applications can be done with the help of the big data analytics. Now, what are the challenges in big data analytics? These are the challenges. The first one is data privacy and security. Everybody in our world, in this world, need to have their own privacy. But with a large volume of personal data, sensitive data, for example, Facebook, for example, LinkedIn, there are so many social media websites. Even for example, when we talk about these challenges in the big data, especially for the data privacy, the highly challenge is privacy and security of the customer information. For example, everybody have the net banking, everybody have their mobile banking, and various types of technologies are involving. But the biggest challenge is in the net banking is data privacy and security. So that is the first challenge for every business. Second one is data integration, because as the data is huge volume of data, is heterogeneous data, and variety of data, volume of data or value of data, everything is very big and complex. That also take the huge amount of time consuming for integrating all the data. And the third one is talent shortage. Yes, talent shortage is nothing but, suppose for example the engineers has to update, software engineers like you people, you have to update your knowledge and skill set to face the challenges in the conditional market of the present condition market. Huge demand for the data scientist, huge demand for the data analyst, software engineers who can work with the big data tools and technology. That means that the talent shortage, because huge amount of people are required to face the challenges, whatever the challenge it is, maybe a data privacy or the security or integration or database engineer, programmer, security analyst. So many roles we are having, but all the roles, if you really look at the talent shortages, so that is one of the finding the right person to handle the big data analytic is one of the shortage. That is the one challenge. The last one is quality. If you don't have every business, if you people are not maintaining the quality, then automatically that particular business go down. But here data quality issues, here whatever the data we are collecting and integration everything, if the quality, if it is not accuracy, or if you are not having the consistency, or if you don't have the reliability, then it is a biggest challenge of the big data analytics. What are the challenges are here? Data privacy and security, data integration, talent shortage, data quality issues. These are all the challenges we have seen. Now what are the trends are going on at present today? So first one is AI and machine learning. AI means what? Artificial intelligence. People make a machine to think like a human. That type of system of advancement is coming under the AI. There are so many tools are nowadays coming in the market. And another one is machine learning. Machine learning is nothing but artificial intelligence and machine learning. It increasingly rely on AI model to automate the insights and prediction, because these are all the future trend. Not only started here now. And edge computing. Edge computing is nothing but with the rise of the IoT devices. What is IoT? Internet of Things. Now edge computing, analyzing the data close to where it is generated, it will become more important to reduce the latency and improve the real-time decision making. That means that whatever the various types of devices are we are all using, but all these devices can be become a very important to reduce the latency and improve the real-time decision making. And the third point is augmented analytics. It refers to the AI to automate the data preparation. So these particular use of AML, artificial intelligence, machine learning, we are going to automate it. Automatically we want to make the data preparation, inside the generation, and the data visualization. That means that even that it allows that non-technical user also to benefit from the, for example, one person wanted to become, suppose he is not that much knowledge to prepare the presentation for the particular topic. What we have done, he put up the topic with the AI tools, for example Gamma tool or ChatGPT or any other AI tool. He can prepare, by that he can get all the information in the PPT whatever the format he requires. That means that that much powerful AI tools are nowadays available in the market, which can help the customers, which help the people, even though non-technical users also get the benefit from the advanced analytics. And the last one is data governance. As the volume of data is grows, business will need to focus more on data governance. That means already I told you the volume of data is every day, every second it increases. That once it is increases, this will need to focus more on data governance, which ensures that data is accurate, compliant, accessible to the analysis. Then only it has to be beneficial more and more. But these are all the future trends. Now, before go to the main 4 categories of decoding, I am giving 5 minutes break to you all. Up to now, we have covered what is business data analytics in big data, how the business analytics is applied to the big data, what are the various analytical tools and techniques we are using, for example, descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, prescriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics. And the fourth point is how the data visualization concept works here along with the big data, how real-time analytics also works along with the big data, what are the roles played by machine learning and artificial intelligence that has to be integrated with the big data. The seventh point is how the cloud computing and big data work together, and what are the different types of applications of business analytics in big data. For example, here customer insights, supply chain optimization, financial analytics, healthcare analytics and marketing and sales. And these are all the various challenges we are facing in big data analytics: data privacy and security, data integration, talent shortage, data quality issues. These are the various challenges we are facing in big data analytics. And nowadays the future trends in the business analytics and big data are AI and machine learning, edge computing technologies, augmented analytics, data governance. These are all the future trends. Now we come to the main part of 4 different types of big data analytics: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive. Why we need to study it? All these helps the organization transform the raw data into actionable insight for better decision making. Because once you have all amount of big data, we are going to study and analyze, which that has to be help to organizations which transform the raw data into actionable insight of the better decision making. Now the first one is descriptive analytics. As we already know that the descriptive analytics is nothing but whatever the past actions, past performance, all these are summarizes in the data form to understand the trends and patterns. What actually happened? There are so many things are there. That means that, for example, one business, ice cream, that business generally it helps the business to forecast the business on the summer days very high. But how can you track the different types of product? What about the customer behavior? There are so many things are also there. Here, before going for the prediction, this descriptive analytics, what actually happened in the previous or the past data. It helps the business to track the performance. Yes, example, sales trend and website traffic. Second, it provides insight through data visualization like a dashboard and reports. That means that once we can analyze and the data has to be visualized, with the help of that you can analyze the data from the past amount of big data. that has to be stored insights through the data visualization. Like for example, data boards, dashboards and reports. It is essential for historical analysis and benchmarking. That means you can have the example here, retail store analyzes last year sales data to identify the best selling product. Suppose for example, any business which is having the shopping mall, retail sales, you have to analyze for the last year, what type of the product, which product is very going or it's not going. All these analytics which identify, so which one is the best selling product. That is the concept of descriptive analytics. Very important. But it is totally depends on the data, that is whatever the data happened on the past historical data. Second one is diagnostic analytics. Diagnostic, as I already told one example, if you go to the doctor for your own health problem, first he is diagnosed what is the actual problem. Same way here, he has to find out the reason, what are the reasons, what are the causes for the particular person. Same way here, to explain the reasons behind the past outcomes by identifying the pattern and relations. Why this happened, earlier what happened, what actually happened, that is called prescriptive. But here diagnostic, why it happened, that is very important. It helps find out the root causes, analysis of the business issue. It is also useful for identifying the key factor of affecting the, what are the factors which affects the performance of the business, and what are the factors which supports for the making the good decisions. All these, for example, here one example they are mentioning, if an e-commerce company sales dropped last quarter, diagnostic analytics can reveal whether for example, e-commerce company sales dropped last year. Why it happened? We have to reveal that. We have to diagnostic analytics. It was due to the seasonal demand, pricing issue, or customer dissatisfaction. There are so many factors are there. Which factor which affects the business is the root cause. This root cause finding analysis is coming under the diagnostic analytics. There are various examples. For example, we can talk about the students' performance of the present semester. Why the students not performed well? Which semester they performed well? What are the reasons we are going to find out? If it is a huge amount of 25,000 students, we have to find out. That time these types of diagnostic analytics, why it happened, that will find out the reasons of the particular performance of any business, including the educational and other research institute, even the health sector, everywhere like that. And third one is predictive analytics. What is predictive analytics? The word itself we can understand the meaning. Prediction, future prediction. What might happen in the future? That is called prediction. It uses historical data. It uses the AI. It uses the AI learning for forecasting the future trend. Forecasting the future trend. For example, temperature forecasting, tsunami warning system, disaster management system, business management system, predictive analysis system, decision making system, all decision support system. All those things can be done with the help of only the predictive analytics. It has to be find out the future what is going to happen. It helps the business anticipate market trends and customer behavior. Suppose for example, huge amount of data. For example, I want to predict one of the student performance in the future. For example, whatever the back data, suppose 25,000 students, huge amount of data, student number, semester, marks, other curricular activities, technical skills, so much amount of data. So I want to predict about the student's performance, what he has to get the job and where it has to job, so that we have to find out those things with the help of only the predictive analytics. Same way it helps the business anticipate market trends and customer behavior. It also supports the risk management. There is no risk, you cannot get anything. You have to take sometimes risk also. Then there is no pain, no gain. So risk management and demand forecasting also can be done with the help of predictive analytics. It enables the proactive decision making rather than predictive reactive responses. Big data, because in the business analytics what happened, we are using different types of decision making algorithms. In artificial, there are different types of learning methods. Learn by experience, self learning. There are so many types of learning in artificial intelligence. Machine learning, that also helps to understand the better understanding about the decision making in future. For example, a bank, here what we mentioned, one bank uses predictive analytics to assess which customers are likely to default of loans based on their past transaction history. For example, now we know that all the banking transactions in India, it is connected with Aadhaar as well as PAN number. Now, suppose any one customer applying the loan in particular bank, what they have done, they are going to have the analysis, which is the prescriptive analysis, whatever the past transaction, past customer experience belong with the various bank, they find out. Accordingly, they have to take a decision whether we sanction the loan or not, or the customer can settle the properly the loan, or it may get the default on the loans based on their past transaction history. But this prediction analytics also help us to find out the customer classification used on the various types of the methods. Last one, prescriptive analytics. What should be done? First, what happened, then why it happened, what supposed to be happen in future. Now here, what should be done, what we have to do. It recommends the action based on the predictive insight to optimize the decision making. What is the meaning of optimization? Better solution among the feasible solutions. For example, we can come to the college by car, we can come to the college through bicycle, we can come to the college by walking, but arriving at the particular time in the college is very important. But how much you are going to spend the cost, it depends on the particular method. But here, same way, that means we got to find out which optical methods we are going to find out the particular problem solving. Same way here, it recommends the actions based on the predictive insights. What are the things we need? Provide the action plans to maximize the opportunity and minimize the risk. So anywhere we should always focus on minimize the risk and maximize the profit. And as well as we have to bother about the cost also. It helps the resource optimization and automation. Whatever the resources we are having, that resources has to be utilized very properly without any problem. It enhances decision making using AI and optimization model. For example, this fourth prescriptive model is example, a ride hailing application like a user uses to this prescriptive application to the dynamic pricing based on the demand, traffic conditions, driver availability. Suppose for example, this prescriptive, what actually done, what should be done, what are the actions to be taken for the better optimization techniques with the help of various types of methods and maximizing the profit, minimizing the risk. So these are the four different types of methods we are going to study. What are the things we have studied now? 4. Descriptive analytics. First one, that is what happened. Second one, diagnostic analytics, why it happened. Third, predictive analytics, what might happen in the future. And the last one, prescriptive analytics, what should be done. These are all the 4 different types of analytical methods. Just now we have discussed. Now we are one more time I am giving 5 minutes break. Just after that we will continue for the another 2 sessions. Yes, sir. Now why we study all 4 these analytical tools? The first point is It comprehensive decision making. What do you mean by comprehensive decision making? It combines all four analytics types, ensure the full-time understanding of past, present and future. It covers past, it covers present also, it covers future trends also. That's why it is called comprehensive decision making. Second one is competitive advantage. For example, business using analytics efficiently can stay ahead in their industry. There are so much competition in the market, so that market, according to the market condition, one must be analyzed with the help of business analytics, so that the better decisions can be taken to improve the profit of the business. And the third point is operational efficiency. It helps in optimizing process, reducing the cost, improving the performance. Operational performance, efficiency. That means that optimize high level, very high positive processes. It also reduce the cost and also improve the performance. That is the third point. And the fourth point is customer centric approach. It allows the business to understand, predict and meet the customer needs more effectively. Sir, example, for one example I am talking about this comprehensive decision making. For example, Tata Group, they invested huge amount of money for particular product which supposed to be launched. For example, coffee powder. Earlier no coffee powder, filter coffee powder. Now they want to know the market conditions, how many people love that particular coffee business, and how many people are expected customers, how the market has to be accepted because of this particular product. All these they can take a decision how much they are going to invest, how much they are going to have the various marketing strategy. Like that, everything can be done with the help of the decision making, but in a comprehensive way. Competitive advantage also, another example we can say, for example, mobile phones market. There are so many companies that are producing the mobile phone market, but once the company analyze the market conditions along with ahead of can stay how much amount of business or investment that has to be happen on the particular technology, how many years that is going to happen. That means past, present and future. Competitive advantage. Operational efficiency, yes, how the operational efficiency means, I already told you, optimizing the profit, maximizing the profit by the way of optimizing processes, reducing the cost of production and improving the performance. The last one, customer centric approach, yes, customer is without no customer, no business. So everywhere like that, it allows the business to understand and predict and meet the customer requirements and needs up to their with a high level of efficiency. Now we come to for some general concept of data analytics, engineering and science. Buzzwords that every decision maker either wants to be or forced to look into. That means that each and every business, the words are very powerful. For example, advertisements. Every decision maker either wants or forced to look into. Data driven decision making is very hard. Data driven decision making. That means that how much amount of data that has to be analyzed in a proper way, but it takes huge amount of time, huge amount of time as well as calls also it takes some time, but once it helps to take the once you take the right data, needs the right data fitting with the proper schools, skilled analytics, all these play a very important role, and with the supporting environment any business can make the data driven decision making. And once the data is available and the environment also perfectly suit and it fitting with the various types of methods and tools, then you can go for the data analyst with the domain experts and tool experts. That means that finally all those things plus and equal, that means that all these are combined to work together. It gives the beautiful and useful insight of every business. So this particular slides which explains how the data analytics and engineering and science play a very important role along with the big data. What are the objectives of this? This is, for example, given a data set, you go to train, ask some questions, identify the tools, derive the right answer and size. Suppose, for example, we can take one example of first try to decide the questions. We have to find out. Suppose same example I am quoting for the students' performance and predict the students' future career objects. What are the things we need? Suppose we supposed to collect all the huge amount of data about the students, and we put some parameter and questions, and we are going to find out the tools for the comparative aspects. After that, we are going to get the right answer, and we go for the analysis of the particular student on the insight way. Then we can take a data driven approach. First try to divide the set of questions based on the data available for the analysis. Suppose here we are going to train the data, but here what we are going to do? First try to derive the set of questions. We have to formulate the different types of questions, depends on the available data, and explore the different types of techniques to support to get the answer. And finally, we are going to interpret the answers and find out the various reasons of the particular action. Yes, now we come to the almost come to the summary of this. So descriptive, predictive, prescriptive, analytics. But here I am not including the diagnostic. I want to explain separately because of some reason. Descriptive, as we already know that it is analytics that helps you to understand how the things are going on. Predictive, analytics that help you forecast for the future prediction, that is including the performance and results. Prescriptive is nothing but suggest the prescribed next step for the suitable action. So descriptive, prescriptive and prescriptive analytics, already we have already discussed about this. For example, we can take Walmart found that Friday afternoon, young American males who buy diaper also tend to buy beer. So second one is potential sales of each item can increase if they are kept close to each other. That means that relation of one product to another product, they have to find out and keep for the selling on the weekends. That is a descriptive analytics. Demand of diaper could increase in mid-late summer. More babies are expected to born in the USA. Make more expected mother informed to their diaper choices through the advertisement production. That is called the predictive analysis. And the same way, when to start advertising, when to give the discount, all those things are coming under the prescriptive analytics. Descriptive, predictive, prescriptive. We can take one example of Walmart's found on Friday afternoon of the American products. People can buy the particular product, how the similarities are happening. Everything can be analyzed with this particular big data, business analytics, descriptive, predictive and prescriptive. Now, if you see this particular graph, you can say that descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive. Now, we can put this graph. What happened, why it happened, what will happen and how can we make it happen. That means that what are the steps supposed to be happen, what are to be taken to find out the particular optimization techniques. Suppose for example information, first insight and foresight. Once again repeating, first one is what happened, that is coming under the descriptive analytics, and second one is why it happened, that is called find out the reasons, diagnostic analytics. Third one is predictive analytics, that is what will happen. The last one is prescriptive, how can we make it happen. From insight and foresight, which helps us to find out the value and the difficulty X and Y angle, that is called the Gardner analytical eccentric model. I repeat you, Gardner analytical eccentric model. So now we have to find out the definitions, everything is are here, but the things are what has happened, what could happen, what should happen. This is a comparative chart. Here we know what we do, no answer possible. Suppose what the user needs to do: increase the asset reliability, reduce the labor cost. What could be done for the future? Predict the infrastructure failure, forecast the facilities and space demands. Prescriptive: what should be done? Increase the asset utilization, optimize the resource schedules. Everything is related from one to another. Second, what the user needs to know, the user, who are all the consumers wants to know. The first one is descriptive: number of and types of the asset failure, why the maintenance costs are so high. These are the reasons we are going to find out. After that, we are going to predict how to anticipate the failure for the future, when the consolidated analyzed facilities, how to determine the cost to improve the service level. And the last one is prescriptive: how to increase the asset production, where to optically route, and which strategic facilities which make the plan which provides highest long-term utilization. That is what the user needs to know. How analytical gets answer? What are the things we are going to get the answer? Answer is nothing but standard report writing, query drill down, ad hoc reporting. All the reporting aspects are coming under the descriptive, and all the forecasting, predictive modeling, forecasting, simulation, everything is counter the predictive. And third stage, prescriptive, optimization and random variable optimization. The last one is what makes this analyst possible. How can you make it possible? Here alerts and reports and dashboards, as already we have discussed already, and the predictive model and forecast, that is for the predictive. And third one is business rules and organization models, comparison and optimization. This complete chart we can cover with the three analytical tools. Now coming to the part of very important, apart from the three analytical tools, the thing is, what do you mean by diagnostic analytics? Why I am putting separately here? Because in software development or any problem solving things, anybody can understand what actually the problem, then 80% of solution you can easily find out. But people are facing lot of difficulty to identify what actually the problem, then they will never get the solution. So that's why, to understand the problem, these diagnostic analytics are very important for every business. Unlike descriptive analytics, which simply summarize what happened, but diagnostic analytics develop deeper, as well as it is putting on your investigation and asking, why did website traffic plumped? What are the causes in 10-hour subscription base? Why this is machine manufacturing malfunctioning? So many questions we supposed to ask before find out the what actually the problem. This is one type of the method, analytical examination method, which reveals the hidden factors, driving events, empowering you to make an informed decision and fix the underlying issues. For example, petrol pump, very simple. Petrol pump, people are going for filling the petrol for their different. But as a petrol pump, there are some wastages naturally. But to avoid the wastages, he has to find out how the wastages happens, what are the different causes, understand the diagnostic problem, then he can take some proper appropriate actions. That means that the first and foremost method here is understanding the problem, which can be done with the help of diagnostic analytics. What is the purpose of dynamic analysis? The main purpose of dynamic analysis: uncover the root cause, begin the trends, anomalies, issues identified through the data analysis. That means what happened? The primary purpose of dynamic analysis is to uncover, to find out what are the root cause, what are the problems identified through the data analysis. It also goes beyond simply describing, instead of what is happening, to understand why it is happening. Instead of what is happening, it will describe why it is happening. So here we can break down all the goals of the diagnostic analytics. First one is identify root cause. What are the causes for the particular problem? What are the factors behind the scene which either lead to the desired effect or one needs to be changed or not? Second, solve the problems. Once you find out the root cause, understanding which allow the business to take the proper action so that the opportunity to improve the performance of the particular business. Third point, improve the processes. That means increase the various steps, improve all the activities on the every business, which can assist exposing the shortcomings. That means that the problems will come out and then take the appropriate actions and inform future decisions. Yes, whatever the decisions that also has to be properly, and these are the various types of purpose. What are the purpose? Identify the root cause, solve the problem, improve the process, inform the future decisions. What are the key steps? Identify anomaly, data collection, data exploration, pattern identification, root cause analysis, testing and confirmation. One by one we will see. Anomaly. The first step is pinpoint the deviation from the present. Whatever happens, any deviations happen in the particular process, first you got to understand, is it a sudden drop in the sales? Suppose suddenly the sales are coming down, why it happened? Second, data collection, very important, accumulating the data from the different types of sources and ensuring the comprehensive data set which has customer survey, website logs, sensor readings, everything. You got to collect all different types of the data. And the data exploration, that means that even the uncover the hidden insights also, that has to be statistical analysis and visualization also happens. And the fourth point is pattern identification. That means that the algorithm which has to be helped for identifying the different types of patterns and trends of the data, and it analyzes the data using drill down techniques, data mining techniques, correlation analysis to identify the pattern identification. This involves shifting through layer of information and spotting the hidden relationship. And the fifth point is root cause analysis. What is the main purpose of this? Find out the root cause so that it underline the factors. What are the problems we are going to find out on the particular analysis? Through the analysis, we can competitors problem also can be done. All these analysis can be done. That means coming under the root cause analysis. The last one is testing and confirmation. Once the design and implement the test for improving the hypothesis, for improving to validate your hypothesis. Did the website redesign cause the traffic dip or new marketing companies are required? All these things are various steps for the diagnostic analytics. What are the importance? Informed decision making, performance evaluation, root cause analysis, optimization process. So now, what are the different types of the benefit of diagnostic analytics? Now, the first one is, as we already told you, deeper insight. Why I am giving this much importance for the diagnostic analytics? Once you understand the problem, that automatically other steps can be done without any issue. So the first one is deeper insight. What and why? Instead of talking about what, we are going to give the answer for why it happened. That is the first one is deeper insight. The second one, improved problem solving. That means whatever the problems we are having, we are going to find out the solutions. That solution is supposed to be a optimal solution. And third one, process optimization. Process optimization is nothing but improve the diagnostic analysis driven insight. It gives the efficiency of all the activities in the particular problem solving activity. Enhanced decision making. That means that if any decision has to be done, then automatically this method which helps you to take a proper decision, which helps your business to grow further. And risk reduction. It also helps very highly to avoid the particular risk. That means the reduction of the risk is very high. Increase the customer satisfaction. So once you start customer, any industry, whether it is a health industry, whether it is education, whether it is any product oriented consumer bond, once the customer is satisfied, then automatically the business performance always get improved. That, and the last one, competitive advantage. Yes, everywhere the huge competition among the business. That competitive advantage summary chart which helps the business performance to improve and give the huge amount of profit to the particular corporate or company. Now summary. Today we talked about the business analytics in big data, descriptive, diagnostic, predictive and prescriptive. What is the actual definition of business analytics? How the business analytics is applied to the big data? What are the different types of analytical techniques like a descriptive, predictive, prescriptive and diagnostic, data visualization and real-time analytics, machine learning and AI integration along with the big data, cloud computing and big data, applications of business analytics in big data. What are the challenges we are facing in today's big data analytics environment? What are the future trends in big data analytics and big data? And 4 different types of categories already we have discussed: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and what are the causes, what are the reasons why we need to study for all these 4, that also we have discussed. And one sample problem also we have discussed, objective of the problem and find out the problem statements, and diagnostic examples and Gardner analytical asymmetric model and comparative charts, and finally diagnostic analytics separately we have discussed. And what are the purpose of diagnostic analytics, what are the key steps involved in the diagnostic analytics and importance of diagnostic analytics. Benefits. Now summary is over. Next, quiz. Now we are going to conduct the quiz of today's session. The forms has to be shared with you. You have to find out the answer and post it. Okay.